First hollow stem is basically the wheat plant is going from a vegetative state into its reproductive state. Basically, that little head is starting to move from down really low and then start moving up through that stem. Much of our wheat that is planted in this area, in this state, is for dual purpose system. In order for this system to work, we really have to pay attention to the first hollow stem, and our environment and our weather influence this rapidly. You just never know with our weather. Up until the last week, we've had a little cold weather, but we've been pretty mild for the most part. We've had good moisture. We saw things started to rapidly change when we started seeing a few varieties go out, far as first hollow stem. This past week we've been really cold, and that's basically like just kind of hitting the pause button on what this wheat plant is going to do. As we start warming up towards the end of this week, and then as we get into 50s and 60-degree temperature, even in 70s, this crop's going to continue on at a real rapid pace. So we just really have to pay attention to our surroundings, our environment, and what varieties we have out there that we're grazing. So, going out and checking an ungrazed area, because when we check a grazed area, that maturity is already being delayed. We're checking for first hollow stem. The dime is a perfect. Generally someone has a dime in the pickup or in their pocket, and that's 1.5 centimeters, which is roughly around a half an inch. When we get that hollow stem is above that quart or that dime, which is 1.5 centimeters, then that field or that variety has already hit first hollow stem. First hollow stem advisor provided with the Oklahoma Mesonet, and that is a great tool to basically kind of give you an idea of where you're at. Basically what it is modeling. It models the predictions. And so as the soil temperature increases, we can model a 1 week or a 2 week out and kind of see where we're going to be at. And as we start to see the changes on the map, 10, 20, 30% that you may have a probability that you could see first hollow stem, we really have got to be out there checking that and making sure. Once we get to about 50% probability, then it's time to start pulling the calves off of it. First hollow stem is just kind of that point that you don't need anything to damage that wheat head. So if it's being bitten off by through a cow or a calf, then that basically we start losing yield potential. If we go past that first week of first hollow stem, we're going to see an 8 to 10% yield reduction. As we go to that second week, we can see up to 30% or more. And that's why it is so important that we pull those calves off, allow recovery time in order for it to go to make grain, and not only grain, but for hay as well.